Well, time to wrap it up for September the 8th, 2014. Okay, we came in this morning. We'll just look quickly at the F4 screen. We were sellers 205 to 207. We got our beautiful RTF setup up here. We had two buy zones. We had 95, 97 is number 2. And number 1, we didn't particularly care for this one, but we said it could give support, was 2,000 plus or minus. If a number 1 resistance holds, given time, you should come down to your number 2 support. And that's exactly what we did. So beautiful setup up here. We talked through this trade on the screen. We were short at 4.5. Our trading target was 2,150. We got down to about 99, definitely left some money on the table, so there was plus 3. Leg number 1, you could have been long in the 99.50 area, 2,000. Leg number 2, you were long in the 2,050 area. So 2,000, 2001 had you long, and eventually the market trades back up to 2005. Another retest failure up here. Very, very slow going, but eventually you trade down, and here's another winner up of our retest failure. Another retest failure right here, a small winner, and then over lunch the market breaks and gives you a big winner. My feeling is that there was a news announcement out of Europe that took the market much lower. I did not find it when I went back and looked at the chart. So really, really good day trading today. We had the direction right. Our levels turned out to be pretty good too. So where to from here? It is September. There is a seasonal tendency for the market to sell in September. Looking at our F1 screen on the E-mini, an inside day. That tends to mean trading range. So we can sell and we can buy with our setups. Looking at our F2 screen, it's going to come out kind of a D pattern, and it's got trading range written all over it. When you look at this screen, you got sellers, you got buyers, and we're kind of in between right now. So this move started in the 2002 area. First sell is going to be sell failure to take out 2002. Second trade will be to sell the 5 to 7 area like it was this morning. On the buy side, 94, 96. And then our 89.91 for buy 2. That's it for the E-mini. Again, news is lacking tomorrow. We've got jolts. They'll be looking. I didn't see where the number was, but last month they had 4.6 million in job openings, and that was higher than the previous month. So that'll be interpreted as the job market is strong and getting stronger. Looking at the note, tomorrow's the 3-year auction. That's the biggest dynamic that we'll deal with. Usually when we get selling into the auction, we find buyers, they find support. It's a little bit lower in the overnight session, but they find buyers the next day. So we have an inside day. It's got trading range written all over it too. Looking at the F2 screen, definitely a sell. So first trade will be selling failure to take out this 0205 area. And then second trade will be 7 to 11. This morning we wanted to sell 11s to 15s. Beautiful trade. Worked very well. Our buy was 1 to 5 and then 25 to 29. Number 1 resistance holds. Number 2 support is where we look to get in the market. So when we weren't able to take out the 12 to 16 area, we were looking to buy the 24 to 28. You can't forget that. That's the way it works. I think we're going to be a little bit lower, but we probably won't break the market, so we'll buy 21s to 25s and look for the market to snap back into the 3-year, and then 17s to 13 for buy 2. Okay, the knob spread held up pretty good. We started out this morning just above 13, and on the close it was at 13. So tomorrow is usually the day we buy the knob spread in anticipation of making $500 to sometimes $1,000 because of the auction, no other reason. And the idea behind that is that they can't move the paper in a down market. And it is the 30-year auction this week. So if it was ever going to be strong, or you're going to find support for the 30-year, it would be this week. Okay, same situation in this, probably a little lower in the overnight, but not break, so 17s to 21s, buy 1. And that's on the assumption that the E-mini doesn't melt down this afternoon. 9 to 13 will be buy 2. On the sell side, we're going to sell failure to take out 38.04. And then 7 to 11. Okay, gold. I think gold is headed lower for all the reasons we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks. I think the big boys are distributing to the retail account. I think the retail account's willingness to buy will keep it an orderly market. Looking at F1's screen, we've got this low right here in the 41 area. Last rotate down before the market took up was in 17. So this 20 to 40 area is probably pretty good support, and we do have a high volume number down there in the 1235 area that we've been talking about. This one definitely says find a place to get short. Okay, we anticipate a pause day after trend day. So there's 57 right there, and here's the spill from 61. So this 57 to 61 area is prime sell territory. So we'll make 57 to 60 sell 1, then 63, 65 sell 2. Buy 1's in the overnight session. 50 could hold. It's a pretty round number. Then 45 plus or minus will be buy 2. Okay, crude oil. Increased supply is taking crude oil lower, and then there's supposed to be a big speech on Wednesday about what the United States response is going to be to ISIS. ISIS, I think somebody said ISIS has a Navy today was one of the headlines. So, I mean, you don't know what we've got, but we're a headline away, one headline away from an explosive rally in crude. And that probably would come out of the Middle East rather than Ukraine and Russia, but that could do it too. So we have pretty good selling here in the 93.31 area. So we're going to make 93 and a quarter, 50, sell one. Going to lean against the start of this new selling. And we have this low right here in the 11 area, so it actually might be this 25 area. Might be a good place to put 75 to the buck. On the buy side, this one started at 92.06, so 92 even, 92.25 would be ideal. You got to break 50 to get to it, so in the overnight session, it's okay to buy against 50 if we get our setups, but would like to buy the 92, 92 and a quarter. Crude oil is funny. It just it dances to its own drummer. And it doesn't necessarily trade the fundamentals that the rest of the markets will do. And the euro just got slammed today, and so my guess is that Russia maybe retaliated or did something. Russia is tit for tat on their sanctions. They're not going to let you do something and then not react to it. So the EU came out pretty strongly against Gazprom. Rosenfeld, the big bank. In the United States, Rosenfeld is paying, the guy from Mississippi, forget what his name was, in the Senate, and a prominent Democrat and a prominent Republican that were both in the Senate to go lobby the banks so they won't impose sanctions against them. Funny how that works, right? That's why Russia said a long time ago, when we hang you, we'll hang you with a rope that you made and sold to us. That's probably right. Okay, this 29.25, pretty good resistance. You can see up here, so 25 to 35 is going to be pretty good resistance, obviously. 29.10 is too. So we're going to make 10 to 20, sell one. And then 30 to 40, sell two. On the buy side, we've got a pretty big tail down here, so we may have rejected prices. So we'll make 80 to 90, buy one. And then 50 to 60, buy two. I think we're headed much lower over time. But those are the areas I'd look at in the overnight session. That's all I have for September the 8th, 2014. We'll see you bright and early in the morning, 6:45 a.m. Central. In the meantime, good trading. Enjoy your evening, and we'll get after it hard again tomorrow.